Hello everyone, this is Hyper, and I'm showcasing Hyper's Games, which is a new map that I'm releasing today. This is the early stage of Hyper's Games. I have many things planned, and I even plan to update and add things to the current event, which is Sky Wars at the moment. Uh, I'm in the lobby at the moment of the map. This is where you'll spawn, where I'm standing, in this little square. There's about 9 spawn points there, laid out how you would imagine. And every time you exit a game, you'll teleport here. Anytime you log out, you will teleport into this box. This just makes the lobby area look nice and clean. If you get stuck in here somehow, or you log in and you're in this area, you can just hit E and it'll teleport you out. That just keeps the lobby area clean. I noticed when we were testing there was about 50 bodies here from people just logging out, and I didn't like that, so I made a logout area. If you log out, you end up in there, and it's automatic. There's nothing to do. You just log out. There is an obelisk terminal to transfer out of the map. It is here. Just hit E on it. Works as you would imagine. There's a spectating area. As I add new maps and new events, new games and stuff, they'll be outlined against the walls and stuff. Similar to this one. If you hit E on the dodo, this brings up the event queue for Sky Wars. I have Spleef planned, but it's not in the game yet. There's no settings yet. I'll put them here as they're added. If you want to join an event, here's the outline for the event. And then, see, my name's here. If I ready up, it shows for everyone. So it'll update. As more people join events or join the event in the teams, they'll pop up here. And when they're ready, you'll see the check mark. If they're unready, you know who it is. If you want to leave, you can leave. If you want to join different teams, you can do that. The teams are color-coded at the moment, and it requires at least 2 people on 2 different teams. So if there's 2 people in the event and they're on the same team and they ready up, it won't start. There can be up to 4 on each team, and everyone has to be ready for it to start. If there's ever an issue where somebody disconnects or logs out, and there's like an invalid name here, you can just hit validate players and it will remove everyone. That way there's no weird issues with like phantom people on teams or anything. There shouldn't be an issue with that, but if there is, just hit that button and it fixes it. Pretty easy, pretty easy. This is the spectating area for the map itself. We played already. As you can see, that flag is kind of tilted. That means that it took damage. When it's at full health, it's straight up, and as it takes damage, it falls over. If it's destroyed, it disappears. To be able to respawn during the event, you have to have a flag. If you don't have a flag, you lose. When you die, anyway. When your flag goes down, you're still alive, but as soon as you die, you lose. If you have a flag and you die, then you respawn underneath your flag in that little room there. This is the center area. There's quite a bit of chests there. This is where all the good loot is. The corner islands have pretty good loot. There's 3 chests. The secondary island, straight out from the starter islands, have 2 chests. And the starter island has a starter chest plus a loot chest. And it can spawn in one of 3 places. Each chest has a different spawn location, so it'll pick 3 or 2 or 1 of those, and we'll use one of them. Currently, the flags are hidden because no one was on those teams when we played. It was green and red, so that's indicated by the giant star. I think there's yellow and blue as well, but again, it was just me and one of my testers, so there's no star above those because nobody was on those teams. That helps you kind of identify who you're trying to attack. That was added because when we were testing, we kept on asking each other what team we were on, so we'd know who to go attack. So I just implemented that, so you don't have to ask. On the radio, you can open the event menu from anywhere, so you don't have to go back to the lobby to join an event. There's inventory overrides, so anytime you go into an event, it automatically stores your inventory. And every time you get out of an event, it automatically restores your inventory. So it stores and then restores. And you can do that manually if you want to test the system. It'll only ever store or give it back. I tested this pretty thoroughly. There's no duplication issues or anything. It's just to prevent people from losing their items or going out of the game with items. And also there's an active events. If there are any active events, you can click this and you can see their current board, their teams. So it'll show all the team players, who's on what team, and that's accessible while you're inside the event as well. And that way you can see who's on what team and maybe strategize who you want to attack. The next thing is admin override. This is specific to admins. You can force reset a map or a game. As I add more, there will be more options here. Currently, it's just Skyward. The admin overrides, they force reset an area, and it excludes the spectating area. It won't reset the flags, but it will remove everyone from the event and clear all the data. Starting the event triggers the flags and the chests and everything. So it won't do that. You'll have to start the event to trigger that to happen. But force resetting it will just remove everyone. Say somebody like it's just messed up and you need to fix it for some reason, that will reset everything. Or remove all the players at the very least. So as you saw, that was the portal back to the lobby. This is a live camera. So if I change the map or anything, you'll see it in this portal. It's pretty automatic. You won't see any players in this portal because you aren't rendering them, so they won't appear here. They're too far away to see them. But yeah, and then the spectating area is pretty big. It goes past the islands there, and people inside the map cannot see you while you're in the spectating area. They can hear you, so if you're whistling, they can hear you, but they can't see you while you're up here. You are invisible to them. It's actually a neat trick that I did. So you can see the portal, and here in a moment it should disappear. You're kind of inside of a weird egg, kind of like the extinction maps. You also can't get on top of this building. There's a lot of barriers and stuff. Yeah. So, and if you open the chests, they visually open as well. So this chest was opened by me during the event. And it'll stay open until you reset the event. Or until I play another one. So yeah, quite a bit going on here. There is also some grass here. This is infinitely harvestable. As well as the trees. If I have a metal or stone tool, I do gather a little bit more. And it does scale with the quality as well. There's a starter chest here. It'll have a crafting table and some hide in it. And when you start, you'll be behind here. And you'll have full cloth, and then there will be a barrier that says 15 seconds. It'll count down, and then it'll tell you when it starts. That way everyone starts at the same time. There's nothing going on there. And then this flag will be at full health, and yeah. So there are some other custom things going on here. So I have made custom blocks. These are the wooden variant. These are white because I'm not on a team currently. If I were on a team, they would be colored to match my team. So red team would have red blocks, blue team would have blue blocks. I also have stone, which are again are white because I'm not on a team currently. That's the default color. And then I have these shiny metal ones. They're also white for the same reason. The only place that you can craft these is inside this bench, and as you notice, they all stick together. Very similar to Minecraft. That's actually where most of this came from. So wooden blocks, you can punch, you can damage them with your hand, similar to Minecraft. They do take a second to break. If you have a metal tool, they take more damage, and so on and so forth. These are also, both the stone and the wood are damageable by hand. And if you have fire arrows, you can damage them as well. And then metal does not break by hand. You require a metal tool to break those. They're a little bit more durable, just a little bit better all around. They have about the same health as stone, but like I said, you require a metal tool. This is a smithy. This is the starting crafting bench. As you can see, you can craft all 3 of the blocks here. That is the only place to craft them. And they cannot transfer out. They are a part of the map. so you can't take those to another map. They are also the only thing that you can defend your flag with inside this little ring here. So you see there's a line there. There's a ring around this flag, and if you place any other structure besides a block, it will prevent itself. Like it will just pop up as an item and you pick it back up. It'll delete itself basically. You'll get it back, but it won't stay there. You can place spikes, you can place wood and stone, and the strongest thing that you can place as far as the game mechanics is metal spikes. And I'm probably going to find a way to make those a little bit less useful, or a way to counter them, because they are pretty strong. But you can't make metal because there's no cementing paste. You can make metal spikes because they don't require cementing paste. But stone and wood and stuff, that's all free game. You can play however you want. I don't prevent any crafting. I just prevent you from placing anything but blocks in this area, pretty much all the way up to the height of the map. And that way you can't exploit the fact that there's not any guns. There's very few explosives. This is a very primitive style game. Pretty much the strongest thing that you can get is a pike or a crossbow, which naturally neither of those can really do a whole lot to stone. So that's kind of a way to make it where you can't case your flag in a structure. Kind of helps out a little bit. But yeah, these are intended to go across and bridge. They're pretty good at it, actually. So these don't require any foundation support. And if someone breaks one side of it, like if I break that one, all of these will stay floating. Very similar to Minecraft. They don't obey gravity. They don't destroy or anything. So if I destroyed this guy and destroyed that guy, this would just float here. So it allows for some weird gameplay, and you can also jump and place these, so you can tower pretty easy. Very similar to Minecraft. Also, if you get bolas, there are bolas, and you can craft bolas. During the game, while it's active, dodos will spawn around the map, and you can gather hide and stuff. So you can make bolas, and if you're bolad, you can actually just tower while you're bolad. You can just sit there and jump, and it makes it a little bit harder for them to actually hurt you. Which is pretty fun. There's also 4 tiers of chests. I don't know why this one didn't open. Probably because I'm not in the event currently. But there's 4 tiers of chests. The highest is that one. The tier 3 is this one. They all have varying qualities and amounts of loot. They all have the ability to have resources, armor, weapons, and a little bit of ammo. This is the lowest tier. Kind of a default looking chest. And then this is all symmetrical. This is the second tier. This is a copper chest. This is the highest. And then this is the second highest, which is kind of gold. In retrospect, I probably should have swapped those, made this one highest because it's like shiny gold, but you know, neither here nor there. Yeah. The side island has 3 chests. I believe I said that. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I can't think of anything else. As far as future plans, I do plan on adding spleef, a red light, green light, a couple of other things. I plan on adding some items to this event. I want to make a TNT block effectively that only does structure damage, so you can go place it and then shoot it with a flare, and then it'll blow up. I plan on doing just some more fun things, maybe a teleportation arrow that you can shoot and teleport to another player's island, kind of like an ender pearl, but a little bit different. Yeah, just some other ideas. If you have any ideas, feel free to message me or post to my Discord. That link will be in the video description. And yeah, the only other thing I can think of is that the map looks like this. There's only one spawn point. It is the lobby area, and it says that. So yeah, awesome. Well, I hope you guys have a fantastic time playing, and I'll see you around.